It is very thrilling to do blind buys. They are a lot of fun, especially if you've done a lot of research and you're super excited about a fragrance. Now, once you've done the research, where's a safe place to get a fragrance that you know is going to be authentic? You're going to get great shipping, fabulous customer service. Well, Max Aroma is definitely a place to check out, especially with Christmas, the holidays coming up. They've got thousands and thousands and thousands of fragrances to choose from for men, women, unisex. So there is definitely something for everyone on your Christmas list. And if you subscribe to Max Aroma, you'll get early access to their Black Friday deals, which you don't want to miss. So I'm going to put a link in the description box so that you can check them out for yourself. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. But before I get into the video, if you're new here, welcome to Sasha Scents. I'm Sasha. On this channel, I do fragrance reviews, a little bit of beauty and style. So if you enjoy that type of content, I really do hope you'll take a minute to subscribe, hit that bell, and then you know every time I upload. Plus, I would love to have you as part of this fragrance family. So without further ado, let's get into the 5 fragrances that I got. All right, the first fragrance is Sana Odepa Femme by Blend Oud. Check out this bottle. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. This is a beautiful unisex fragrance that is perfect for that vanilla lover. This doesn't smell what I thought it was going to smell like. It actually smells a lot better than I had expected. Now, when you first smell this one, I'm going to spray it on one of these little papers here so I can get the full effect. Sometimes it's hard just smelling it from the bottle. You get this gorgeous blood orange. And it almost smells like a creamsicle with that orange in there. That's kind of what I'm smelling in the opening. Mixes with a really nice lavender, but the lavender is very subdued in here. It doesn't really stand out. It's kind of off to the side. And then you'll get a little bit of bergamot. And then as it warms up on your skin, this is where you're going to get a little bit of the spiciness from cinnamon. Mixes with licorice. Now, I'm a sucker for licorice. When it's in a fragrance, to me, I'm just like, something about it is very addicting to me. And then that mixes with jasmine. And then it also gets this caramel accord, which is sweet, and that's in the base. Mixes with some vanilla. And then you're getting a little bit of musk. To me, this is very gourmand smelling. It smells like a fresh baked vanilla cake you just taken out of the oven. And then you drizzle orange syrup and it just kind of melts into the cake. And as you cut it, you'll notice that some of that cake is absorbed with that orange in there. It's absolutely delicious, yummy, sexy. And then now with the colder weather coming up, this is fantastic as a signature scent. Maybe you got your big sweater on, you spray this on. It's a very likable scent. It's very crowd pleasing. And I love the fact that the performance on this is mind-blowing. On me, I get 8+ hours, which is huge for me because I always complain that fragrances don't last a long time. This one lasts, which I was really surprised and happy about. Projection-wise, it's beautiful. It goes past an arm's length, and it's one of those fragrances that is going to be in a bubble around you. So as people are near you and you're moving around, they're going to get wafts of this. This is a stunning fragrance. So again, if you absolutely love fragrances that are sweet, but not overly sweet with vanilla, you'll love this one. And you know what? As a matter of fact, this reminds me a little bit of Lyra by Xerjoff, but Lyra is more sickly sweet. This is a little bit more deeper, a little bit more refined. So if you like Lyra, you'll absolutely love this one. I think it's better than Lyra. And again, this one was Sana by Blend Oud. All right, next is Bosphorus Pearl Extrait de Parfum by Alghabra. Now I want to show the bottle because it's absolutely stunning. And as you turn this bottle around, you're going to notice this little painting of a lighthouse with a woman standing there. Now this to me is definitely a feminine fragrance. This opens with Mougette as well as violet. Now I don't pick up a lot of the violet. It's just a hint of it. And I'm not huge on violet being in my fragrances. I don't know why, I'm not a big fan of violet. but it's so subdued in here, I don't really notice it. What really stands out the most to me in the opening is this rose, and it's a very realistic rose. It smells like it's been freshly cut. As you're smelling it, the soft velvety petals, and then as it warms up on your skin, this is when you're going to notice cedar wood. So you've got a little bit of woodiness in here. There's some ylang ylang as well as a jasmine tea. So you've got that softness, that tea accord going on, and then it starts to really deepen a little bit more on your skin as it goes through the dry down stage, which has this beautiful, rich and intoxicating amber, a white musk, some dry woods, and some floral musk. It does smell reminiscent to Delina by Parfums de Marly, the Delina exclusive one. So if you like that, then you'll love this one. I think it's a fabulous performer. A little goes a long, long way. I sprayed a little bit of this the other day, and I'm going to brag for a second. My son, he got honor roll, and so we were invited to watch him receive his little honor roll, and I was wearing this, and I actually had a couple moms stop me and ask what I was wearing. And I love when that happens. When you have a fragrance on, you like when people will notice it. Not only you get enjoyment of it, but when someone actually comes up to you and says, hey, I like your fragrance. That just, you know, is an added bonus. So I was really pleased that a couple of women had come up and mentioned that they really liked my fragrance. But so I definitely recommend this one. This is a fabulous fragrance. Again, this is Bosphorus Pearl by Alghabra. All right, this is Vangia 21 Eau de Parfum by the Merchants of Venice. And I have to point out this bottle. This is such an exquisite bottle. I was just blown away when I unboxed this one. This gorgeous blue with gold. It has a really nice cap on there that's extremely heavy. It's just a very well-made bottle. So when I did my research, I kind of had an idea in mind what this was going to smell like. And it is so much better than I thought it was going to be. Now this has a crunchy praline accord, and that's exactly how they describe it when you first spray this. It smells so good, decadent, and it mixes with cinnamon. And you know what this reminds me of? If you took pralines and you put a little bit of like sugar on there, a little cinnamon, and then you baked them in the oven, and then that smell, that's what this reminds me of. It's really, really nice. It smells decadent. It smells delicious. And then there's soft hints of saffron in the background, but very, very soft. It's definitely not overpowering. Then in the heart is where the oud comes through, but it's a very soft oud. It's a very likable oud. This is one of those fragrances that would work perfectly for someone that's maybe a beginner with ouds and they don't want something that's too overpowering. This is perfect. Mixes really well with patchouli. You're definitely going to pick up on the patchouli, but it's not overpowering. It's very soft. It mixes with an akigala wood. And then in the base, you're getting this gorgeous vanilla absolute, mixing with myrrh, sandalwood, some incense, which makes this very warm, very complex. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. This is absolutely outstanding. Now, this is definitely something that I would want to get dressed up wearing, whether it is a nice dinner out, a Christmas party. I would say this one would be more for those special types of occasions. However, there are many people out there that would love to wear this as a signature scent. You could definitely do that. This is a unisex fragrance, so it works perfectly for men, women. Fabulous performance. This, I get 8+ hours on my skin, super long time on the clothes, projects really, really well, and leaves a gorgeous, stunning trail. So again, this would make an amazing Christmas gift for either her, for him. It's very likable, especially for someone that enjoys fragrances with like a praline, slightly spicy. It's really, really well done. I highly do recommend Vangia 21 by the Merchants of Venice. All right, this is Vanilla Oud Eau de Parfum by Vertis. Really love the look of this bottle. I think it's really classy looking, very sophisticated. And I really like the fact that it has a magnetized cap. Let's talk about this particular fragrance. Now, this to me smells super boozy, but there's no like rum or any type of liquor in here at all, which is really surprising because to me, it's like this really heavy liqueur, maybe a bourbon or a scotch or something in the opening, which kind of transports me. Like if you were at a jazz club, you're listening to music, you're drinking a liqueur, and you're just enjoying the atmosphere. That's exactly where this transports me. I absolutely love it. It's very like cozy, kind of inviting. But the notes really surprised me because this opens with saffron as well as rhubarb. And rhubarb is like a strawberry, but it's a lot more tart. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the rhubarb that's maybe like fermented. Kind of smells a little bit like alcohol. And then you get a little bit of like apple, some bergamot. And then as this begins to dry down a little bit, you'll notice the heart. You'll get some oud, a little more saffron, some cashmere wood, and then some soft florals like rose, jasmine, and violet. And then it's the base where you're gonna get some oud again, a little bit of this vanilla, almost like a bourbon vanilla that mixes with a caramel, so there's some sweetness there. And then you've got the patchouli, which is very, very soft. There's just a whisper of it that mixes with a cedar, a musk, and gaiac wood. This is warm, it's smoky, it's dense, it's sweet, it's decadent, and again, it's very boozy to me. So if you like a fragrance that has this booziness, this smokiness that's intoxicating, you'll love it. It is a unisex fragrance. I would say this is great if you're going out. Like I said, you're going to a jazz club or maybe a fancy dinner. You could wear this one for a Christmas party. You can wear this one as a signature scent in the, I would say, the colder season, later fall, winter into very early spring. Lovely fragrance. I love the performance on this one. It lasts a long time on your skin, a super long time on the clothes, projects really, really well. So this is one of those fragrances that's going to enter a room before you do. And I love those kinds of fragrances, and it's going to linger long after you've left. So a beautiful fragrance. And again, this one was Vanilla Oud by Vertis. And the last niche fragrance I got is Oud Symphony by Precious Liquid. Love the way that this bottle looks. It has this beautiful greenish blue liquid that sits behind this gold label in the front that I think just looks really nice, and it's stunning on the vanity as well. This is completely different than what I expected. When you think of Oud Symphony, you think of a fragrance that's like screaming oud, oud everywhere, oud, oud, and you don't know what to expect. And I was challenging myself because I thought this was going to be like oud overload. And I'm kind of at the beginner, intermediate level of oud. And with ouds, you have to adjust to them because not everybody likes oud right away. It is definitely something that you grow to really enjoy. And I am growing to enjoy oud. This is totally different. I was pleasantly surprised. This opens with passion fruit. So it has this really nice fruity opening, some black currant. Then you've got this interesting rum accord. So it's a little bit boozy, not overly boozy, just slightly. And it mixes with osmanthus. As it starts to dry down, this is where you notice the oud, but it's such a soft and likable oud that a beginner would absolutely adore this, especially someone that wants to get into oud, but they're a little bit nervous about it. This is totally safe. This is a safe blind buy. It mixes with a beautiful rose absolute as well as a little bit of jasmine. You're getting the tonka bean in the base that mixes with a gorgeous smoky incense, a lightly sweet honey. There's some praline in there as well as some patchouli. This actually in the dry down gets to be a very clean smelling fragrance. So if you like those fragrances that smell really clean, somewhat fresh, it smells like you've used very, very, very expensive shampoo and body washes, and you just have that very rich, clean kind of smell. That is definitely what I get with this fragrance. As far as performance wise, it does okay on my skin. I wish it lasted a little longer. It's about 4 to 6 hours on me. Now, other people have said it lasts the entire day. Just depends on your skin's chemistry, and it projects nicely. You're going to get wafts of this as you're moving around. People are going to notice this. You're going to just smell very clean and expensive. And if you like that, again, I would definitely look into Oud Symphony. Don't let the name fool you. It definitely has a lot of fruitiness to it, a little booziness. So Very, very well done. Again, Oud Symphony by Precious Liquid. All right, and there you have my 5 new niche fragrances I just added to my collection. I'm hoping one of these definitely piqued your interest, especially if you're trying to think of some amazing Christmas gifts, especially for this holiday season. These are fantastic fragrances to look into. Again, I'm going to put the link to Max Aroma in the description box. Be sure to subscribe to them so that you get early access to Black Friday. You want to take advantage of that, but they always have good deals and they have so much for everybody. So I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Remember, one spray can literally change your day. Have a good one, and I'll see you again real soon.